Welcome back to the channel here, Rush Creek Chronicles. We are getting ready to get into some small game hunting, and I don't know if it's going to be today or later this week. I just wanted to come out here and I'm going to sight in my firearm. As you can see, it's windy. I have the camera on a tripod right now and it's still wobbling. Oh! I guess it's windy. Put it in the snow, see if we get it to stay. But anyways, we're out here and I got the rangefinder. Right at 50 yards. And I don't know if I'm going to use the 22 or the 12 gauge, because if it's windy like this, a 22 probably isn't ideal, especially because you're not going to get a lot of sitting shots. You're going to have to be moving. So I am going to go get the firearms, set up a target, and we'll sight in, and then hopefully we'll get onto some squirrels or rabbits. Another reason I want to use the 12 gauge is because there are pheasants and quails in the area, so I don't have my bird dog anymore, but that doesn't mean we can't get into some birds. So I will be right back with you and we'll get these things dialed in. So I'm walking up to the target and ironically enough, there's a bunch of deer poop right here. So we still have 1 week of muzzleloader. I might get back out for another adventure, but right now we have enough deer, enough meat in the freezer. But it's good to see they're still around and kicking. You can see the deer have been down here feeding like crazy, like they're digging. So we made a nice little target. We're gonna hang it up on this backstop and get dialed in. Uh-oh, I'm out of staples. We're out of staples. Nope, I'm just stupid. Oh, I think that's it. Yep, we're gonna have to make do. Uh-oh. One of them didn't take either. I might have to go get more staples. I ran out of staples, so we're gonna make the most of it. Hopefully the wind calms down here and we can get a few decent shots, but if not, I'll still be able to tell where we're at. And I did want to show this real quick. This is what I have. I got a little quick release, and this is actually a hiking stick, and it has the little foldable tripod. So it's not an actual tripod, it's a hiking stick, but the thing I love about it is I can actually switch out a V piece. I don't know what else you would call it, but basically for a gun rest. So I can switch out the camera and I can take the V and screw it in there and have a shooting rest while I am hiking. But it's also just an awesome hiking stick, but it's great normally for this type of stuff, but obviously with it being a little bit more windy, it is not working how I want it to work. So we'll have to rethink that, but we're good for now. I honestly think if I lower it, it'll be okay, but then I can't use it as a hiking stick. So the dilemmas, man. We're gonna shoot, we're gonna get dialed in here, and hopefully we'll get into some squirrels. So if you notice, I've had these on the whole time. I'm gonna preach safety first on this channel. I got my hearing protection as well. This is a Mossberg 702. I recently had it serviced, and the scope is from a different firearm, so I'm hoping that it's dialed in already and it's just kind of a plug and play thing. We're definitely going to find out here, so I'm going to get set up. Man, that camera is still rocking, baby. That wind is going. I might have to shoot later too, just to make sure if I'm not getting the results I want. It's definitely the wind not helping. I actually took, I can't show you, well I can. No, I'm not going to because my hands are full. But I actually took some of the snow and packed it down, so it's at least staying put now when the wind blows that heavy. So I'm gonna get set up here. We're gonna shoot. You guys will see how we do. So this is after I got it serviced. Maybe we're not going to be using this firearm after all. As you can see, I'm sliding it all the way back, and I can't get it around the chamber. Just super weird. I don't know what it's catching on, but I think this is going back to the shop. I'm super frustrated right now, but we'll make do with what we have. Yep. Okay. When all else fails, use the 12 gauge, I guess. I brought 2 rounds, but hopefully we're only going to need 1. Chill, camera. Really? I'm just having a day, man. All right. I don't know what's going on. I got it on safe. Let's go see where we hit. So as you can see, the main shot was a little bit high. I can tweak it and adjust it, but that'll get the job done with a squirrel or a rabbit. So I could have just pulled that shot too, but I'm happy with it. And probably when it's not as windy, I'll come back out and dial this in. But right now I'm happy with that shot. So I was gonna go small game hunting, but this wind is absolutely brutal. Sometimes you just gotta take your loss and pick another day. So yeah, this wind is crazy. I can't believe it. Not saying you couldn't get movement, but the chances of seeing anything, even if I was moving, is slim to none. So we're gonna pick another day and hit it hard. But I just figured you guys would enjoy seeing the blizzard roll through. Alright, welcome back. We got the 12 gauge. We got it locked and loaded, all sighted in, dialed in. I used some slugs just to make sure I was on. I guess I should have prefaced this right to start with. You guys are sitting on my smoker right now. I have a lamb leg ready to go. It's Christmas Day here, so I'm gonna get this shut. Keep the heat going. Keep it nice and warm in there. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna get up on the hill and I'm gonna do some small game hunting. See what's up there. Just take a walk, man. Enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day here, so I'm just gonna get outside and see if we can get anything. Throw some extra meat on the smoker for Christmas. But what I was gonna say is the 22 ended up having an issue, so I actually have to take it back to the shop and get it repaired again. So we're using the shotgun. It's probably more ideal for what we're doing anyways, in terms of walking and trying to get something this way instead of sit hunting. So we're gonna give it a go. Hopefully you can hear me with the audio, with the smoker rolling, and enjoy. As you can see, there is a bunch of deer poop all in the lawn right here. So yeah, we might get out for one more holiday hunt with the muzzleloader. I don't know, we'll see. And I'm trying to give you guys a cool view if I get a shot here. Like, as you can see the end of my shotgun, so hopefully we'll be able to see. This is my first time doing it. Wish me luck. Go team. As you can see, there's still some snow on the ground and the leaves, so I think I'm gonna try to stay to the leaves, believe it or not, because the snow is frozen and it's super crunchy. Like you can hear, it's just a little bit quieter on the leaves. As soon as you step into the snow, it's just crack, crack, crack. So I'm gonna choose my path wisely and see if we can see anything tonight. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm absolutely on a hot game trail right now. You should be able to see it as I get closer here, right into the snow. They've just got it beat down like a highway, so there's a nice little spot right here leading over to a ravine, and I definitely think I'm gonna have to put a camera up here and scout it, and possibly put a bow stand here. We got a ton more deer sign up here, and it's kind of crazy. The further I'm getting up the hill, the more snow has stayed. So much for my be quiet and the leaves plan, but it's all right. That'd be a good spot for a deer to bed. I don't know if you guys can see that pine tree, but it'd be a great spot for a deer to bed. So we're gonna keep trudging up the hill this way. I'm trying to get to the older forest. Like you can see, these trees are much bigger than the little stuff right here. So we're trying to get to the bigger trees. That's where the squirrels make their nest. So that's where we're gonna push to. More deer poop. More deer sign. They're all up in here, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put a stand here. Oh my goodness. Look at this over here. So what they're doing is they're following this game trail, and then they're just bedding down in this ravine. So if I could get a stand somewhere in here that would allow me to see into the ravine to see if they're bedding, and then get on a trail like this. It'd give me a huge advantage. So small game hunting can definitely be some scouting for deer season. If you can see it way up there, that is a squirrel nest. So we at least found a good spot. Anytime I see a nest, I'm gonna just chill at it for 10-15 minutes just to see if I see any movement, and then move on and just see if we catch them in passing. But that's a squirrel nest up there, so we're on the right track. These are some really cool tracks in the snow. I'm pretty sure they're raccoon tracks. And I think that's a really big raccoon. But definitely let me know in the comments what you think they are. I'm pretty sure they're raccoon though, just at first glance. As you can see, the deer have all of the berries and fruit and apples eaten off the tree down low. Same with this one over here. If you look up high here, I believe these are apples. I'd have to look to see what kind, but yeah, it's pretty cool that they've come and grabbed all the ones they can grab, and then they'll just wait for these to fall. They'll come back to the food source like that. They'll keep constantly checking. So bird nest over here. That's pretty cool. Probably from this spring. Another one up here. Got some kind of big bird. He was just screeching. That's really cool. I think it might be a hawk. Alright, I'm about to head into the thick timber here. But it just got me thinking when I saw that hawk. Do you guys want to see more of me? Less of me? Do you want the voiceover commentary? Or would you rather have it be focused on just cool moments like that, like serene eagle screeching over the skyline? Like, let me know what you guys want in the comments and I'll try to accommodate more. I personally am trying to record in live time, so you see the story unfold as it happens. I'm not trying to do a lot of editing. Not because I'm lazy, but I just feel like you get a rawer version of the story and of me. So I think that's what I'm going to try to give you. But let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm going to head into the timber here. We've got probably an hour before it gets dark. And we'll see if we can get anything. So the nice thing about being out in nature is it just provides. Have you ever seen a more perfect toilet? Honestly. No, I was just getting ready to sit down and just chill for a little bit because this is a good spot. I got a little bit of brush cover. I'm up high. And I stumble upon this and I'm like, that would make the perfect camping toilet. So I might use it as a seat, not a toilet, but we're gonna sit here for a little bit and see if we can't see anything. Got a deer up there. That's cool. I hope I got it on camera. I flipped the camera pretty hard. I was trying to get a cool shot just of me walking in the woods. And we got a nice deer running in front of us. Hopefully I got it on camera. It's absolutely like clockwork though, guys. If you go deer hunting, you're going to see squirrels. And if you go squirrel hunting, absolutely going to see a ton of deer. I just saw a couple more, so you know, that's the way it goes. But we're out here having fun, exercising. It's a perfect day. I probably got about 45 more minutes, so I'm going to loop around and catch the upper woods and then head back down to see on the path when I have a little bit of light left and see if I can find any rabbits or pheasants or grouse. But it definitely gets darker in the woods quicker. I don't know if you've been there, but when you watch the sunset in the woods, it's probably 15-20 minutes earlier it gets dark. So we can use that extra time to be out in the field and see if we can't kick anything up that way. So I'm gonna give it a go. Hopefully you guys saw that deer. That was really cool. But let's try to get a squirrel. Let's go. I'm gonna have to remember this spot for next time because there's a squirrel nest right there. Right there. And right over there, further in the woods. I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but you can definitely see the ball up there. And then we got one right there. So I'm half contemplating just sitting here until it gets dark, because obviously the squirrels come home like we do. So if these are active squirrel nests, if they're not in them already, they will be coming back to them. So I have a decision to make whether I'm going to sit here till it gets dark or keep walking. Obviously you'll see what happens. So I decided to keep walking just because it is getting dark and I have that leg of lamb in there that I need to go check. So I told you it'd be a cooking video no matter what, right? But this is the perfect example of a squirrel nest right there. You can see the ball right between the V of this tree here. And that's ideal what we're looking for. So I'm gonna call this more of a scouting video, which that's a tactical term for I might not get a squirrel today. But we're gonna keep trying, and it's about the adventure, man. It's about being out here. So we're gonna keep going, keep recording, and I'll let you see how that lamb turned out. So this is the one thing that's actually hard about this property is there's so much deer sign in here. Like this would be a great spot for a tree stand too. So I don't want to sound like I'm complaining that there's too many good spots to hunt, but it makes it very hard to find a good spot to hunt bucks in this property. And I'll explain in further detail later, but yeah, we're gonna keep trudging here. I have a feeling we're gonna get one. I have a feeling. Let's go. I've walked this property more times than I can remember, and I just pulled this metal wire out of the ground. I have no idea what it's for or from. I have a feeling it's been here a while, so that's pretty cool to find stuff like that. Just to remind you that even as remote as it is out here, somebody else has been here standing where I've been standing. There's two deer right in front of me. It's funny because they were sitting there watching me the whole time I was pulling that wire out of the ground. Cool, cool. Like I said, when you go squirrel hunting, you're gonna see deer. When you go deer hunting, you're gonna see squirrels. So really, I just need to say I'm going deer hunting next time. No, this is awesome. I love it out here. All right, let's keep going because it's gonna get dark soon. I don't know if you can tell on camera yet, but there's so much more light out here in the field than in the woods. So I am going to stick to the clear areas for the walk down, and we'll see if we get a bird or a rabbit. Who knows, we might see a squirrel in the tree line, but what a great walk today. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is I can't believe how much deeper the snow is out here in the field. Like, it's still probably close to a foot of snow. And you guys saw at the beginning of the video what it looked like, and then in the woods what it was looking like. So it's crazy. I would think that the snow would melt quicker here, but who knows? If you guys know why it's the case, let me know down in the comments. There's an absolute monster of a squirrel nest over that way. There's 1, 2, 3. There's at least 3 of them right in this small area. But as you can see, I'm back in the wooded area a little bit. I just came from the field down there, up there rather, and as you can tell, it's starting to get dark. This camera is actually awesome, guys. I'm super impressed. If you guys are curious, comment down below and I'll let you know what setup I have. But I am super impressed with it in terms of darkness. Like, it's brighter on the screen right now than it is out. So we got about 10-15 minutes before shooting light is over. I'll actually check right as soon as I get off the video here. And yeah, that's about how long it'll take us to get down the hill. So we're gonna get walking. We didn't see anything, but you know, we got out in the woods. That's what's most important. And we got to see a bunch of deer. You know, when you go squirrel hunting, you're gonna see deer. It's the rule. I didn't make it up. I don't know who did, but you know, that's what happens, man. So I'm deciding whether I want to go small game hunting again tomorrow, or if I want to go set up a camp and do some muzzleloader hunting. I can't decide. I really can't decide. So we'll see what we do tomorrow. But we are going to get into the slam, and you guys are going to be with me. This is the first look. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't checked it. The temperature is 131 right now, so I'm going to check it with manual probe also, but we're going to take a look at it, see what it looks like. You guys ready? Oh, wow. I'm blocking the camera. This camera isn't doing it justice right now. Wow. It looks absolutely amazing. I'll give you guys some good footage when I get inside too, but I wanted you to get a first look at it with me and my reaction. This thing looks amazing. Oh yeah, this is what the lamb leg looks like. It came out phenomenal. I got a honey wine glaze on top of it. We got some green beans going. It is going to be a very good day. There we go.
swab that off right there. Oh wow, this looks amazing. Set that aside. Then we're going to make vertical cuts. Oh wow. You guys really expected me to eat squirrel on Christmas? Come on now. So this is leg of lamb. We're going to get this all cut up and we'll get it plated, but it looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, we got it all cut up, ready to go here. It looks absolutely amazing. I am going to plate it and we'll show you what it looks like. How good does that look? We got some roasted potatoes, some garlic, Parmesan green beans, and we got the lamb with a mint yogurt sauce. I am going to enjoy this.